judging while you are angry. Okay? So as a judge in a Sharia court setting, sometimes it can happen that one of the people may be in the case, or for something outside of the case it could be, they wind you up and you become really angry. When you're angry, you make bad judgments. And this is common sense anyway. So it's not allowed for him to issue a judgment in a case while he is angry. He has to calm down first. He has to cool down and then come back and then give his judgment. Yes?
Or if it's like a ghira bismillah, like for example, someone cursed Allah and I hungry gave you room that you should be killed for that.
Yes, so look, he should be able to calm himself down so that he is sure his judgment is not out of emotion, but is out of objective, closer to Allah. Of course he should have ghira, of course he should be angry for the sake of Allah, but his judgment should not be out of anger. His judgment should be based upon Quran and Sunnah, and he needs to be able to think about that objectively without to be angry. So if he gets angry, he should pause, take some moment, make wudu, calm himself down, and then come back and give the judgment. Okay, so the hadith says, don't make a judgment when you're angry. Yes?
What if you find that he's taking bribes? He's corrupting.
Well, that's a different scenario. This person is invalid judgment, this person, there's a different opinion about that between Abdullah ibn Abbas and Ibn Mas'ud. One of them said he's kafir, one of them said he is kufr dunu kufr. Okay, the judge who is bribed. But anyway, it's definitely a sin. But we're not talking about it. We're talking about somebody genuinely, sincerely wants to judge, but because he's angry, he should pause and come back.
So what that judgment that he made, for example, let's say this person should be killed, even though by the it's a valid judgment.
If it's a valid judgment, it's a valid judgment, it's fine.
But even if he was actually angry.
Yeah, it's still a valid judgment. But the question is, part of the fiqh of the judge, he needs to follow certain rules. It's not free for all. He can't just decide how he does things. The Majlis al-Qada, the gathering of a court, has rules, even to the point where the ulama, they used to say you have to measure the distance between you and the two parties, because it's mentioned that you should not be closer to one than the other. So they make sure the two people sitting exactly the same distance. You can't be closer to one, or that you are more lenient to one and more harsh towards the other, or that you are more soft towards one and violent towards the other and aggressive towards the other. You have to be objective. You have to give the benefit of the doubt to both. Okay, you cannot be more suspecting without reason, without evidence. And that's where anger can cause you to give an incorrect judgment. So you need to be careful. So as a judge, he needs to consider all of these things, and he needs to take a step back. If he is biased by any reason, he needs to step away and let somebody else do the judgment. Okay, these are all important parts of adab al-qadi, the etiquettes of judging in Islam. Okay, but now the point I was making, inshallah, no more sidetracks, please. Right? Qiyas. So the hadith says don't judge when you're angry. Okay, what if somebody said, okay, but what about judging when you're hungry? Okay, when you're hungry, sometimes you can get a bit angry. Right? Sometimes you can get a bit irritable. People say, people get into an argument and say, okay, I'm sorry, because I'm fasting, that's why I'm getting angry all the time. Yeah, right? That could happen. Right? But somebody can say, yeah, it's true. Sometimes when you're hungry, sometimes when you're hungry and you're fasting, for example, in Ramadan, you're even sharper than normal. Okay? So, are these the same? Can you say hunger and anger are equal? No. Maybe hunger has a small element of this, but it's to a lower extent. So you can't make qiyas. So you can't say it's haram to judge when you're fasting in Ramadan, for example, or because you're hungry. You can't do that. Unless you feel that, okay, no, my judgment is impaired, so I need to stop, for example. But we don't make qiyas on this. It needs to be equal or higher. Okay, equal or greater.
For example, you could say someone who's drunk can definitely imagine.
Of course, absolutely, yeah, exactly. That's a good example. That's definitely a great example, because clearly here your judgment is going to be very, very impaired, and you won't be able to make a good judgment. Okay.
Shall we stop for Maghrib?
That's what I'm thinking, inshallah. Okay, let's stop for Maghrib, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about Ijtihad and the definition of Ijtihad, and we can see how they are similar or different, inshallah.
I'll give a
Okay, let this brother give the adhan. He's got a very nice adhan. Oh, okay, go ahead. Bismillah. Go ahead. Yeah? Yeah, give it, inshallah. Yeah. I heard his voice last time, it was beautiful. Very nice, inshallah.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Shall I pause the recording?
Yeah, you can pause the recording.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah, you leave the live on because then the people stay in the room. But pause the camera, inshallah.